What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I have to mention this because I talked in my live stream about Terra Luna Classic, and there was a big conversation over Terra Luna Classic to $1 and how we get there. And I've expressed my concerns with everything that has been done, and the future of this project, and also where I think it can go, the potential, just everything that we could possibly talk about in order to understand if this can truly get to $1. And having that conversation, there was a lot, right? I even got into a point where I felt like I was kind of in the zone, right? I wasn't seeing any comments, I wasn't going into anything but just kind of spitting facts. And it was mainly around the fact that I said from the beginning we needed to see burns. If we see those burns, then we set ourselves up to recover this chain. And there were many other people that decided to push out a different narrative, a different path, and get us on the form of utility, get us on the way of utility, because utility was the way in their mind. And when they put out a video that gets a little bit more traction, or a lot more traction than my video gets, you're going to see a lot of people that side with that, because you have more people that are talking in the chat, more people that are believing in what's happening there, but then you're going down the wrong path. So there was definitely big conversations that I've had with myself, right? Just talking to myself, like, how don't people understand that the overall mission is to recover or restore what Terra Luna Classic was? Yes, get utility in the end, but it's to restore Terra Luna Classic. So it honestly got me upset, and I was just like, what do I do? What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just keep pushing this and keep saying, hey, it's all about burns, while other people that are in these YouTubers and online influencers, I'll say, because they're on like Twitter or something, and they're solely on Twitter, what they're saying is that we need to focus on utility, and that's going to drive a lot of the volume. However, we did that and it didn't work. And I knew it wouldn't work because, like I've said many times before, the money for any cryptocurrency, for cryptocurrency in general, right, is on CEXs. So focusing on creating utility on the DEX side when there's no actual need to use the overall cryptocurrency for whatever utility you think it's going to be used for, it doesn't make sense, right? It's not going to flow to the DEX side. It's going to stay where the money is. Eventually, it will. It will go to the DEX side because we want it to be decentralized. We want to make sure that we're using it, on the network, on the blockchain, and not worried or going through exchanges and all this other stuff, right? Not seeing the volume happen on the actual network. So we know that it will transition over. So establishing it, saying what you're going to do, but not spending all of your time trying to build something faster and faster and faster, knowing that right now the money is not going in there. You don't focus on that. You focus on the place where the money is going. So that's where my head was, and I felt like I was right. And now we're starting to focus more on burns, and I hope that we don't see that go back again to utility. But the issue may have been on me, right? I probably created the wrong title and thumbnail to where I got less traction. And since I got less traction, nobody heard my voice. And they heard the person's voice that wants to talk about all utility. And then turn their back on that path when they realize it's not working, and saying, you know what? I believe this person was right, but that's flying, or being swept under the rug, that I was right about this. I was literally one of the only people that were, and if I might have been the only person that was focusing on burns and wanted to see burns so much. And there's a lot of people in my comment section that watch me that also have seen that path as well, but we weren't able to get enough people to create that traction and show you what could happen, because their thought process, and we'll get into the rest of the video, but their thought process behind this was that if you burn, that's not a utility. But if you create a utility, that's a utility. We're not trying to make burning a utility. Terra Luna Classic was never meant to be a deflationary position, and it's not going to be a deflationary position. What's going to happen is you burn down the coins to revive the chain, revive the algorithm, repeg USTC, and then you get back to whatever utility you wanted to build with a lower supply. That was where we wanted to go. That was the simple path, and we could have been there if we would have started where we were. If we would have stayed where we were at the 1.2% and then built from there to try and decrease the supply rather than create something so that somebody can profit from it. Anyways, what we're here today is to talk about Terra Luna Classic to $1. I don't believe this conversation needs to be had right now. This is the reason why this title is No More Terra Luna Classic to $1. Terra Luna Classic is going to a penny. Like, I'm looking for that level. That's more of a realistic level as of right now. Because then when it does get to a penny and we see movement that's happening, we're going to have a lot of DEX volume because people are going to unstake and try and take some of their profits. And when they take some of their profits, you have a 0.5% burn that's going to happen, or maybe even a 0.1% or a 1% something, whatever, a higher percentage burn. And we're going to see some of that supply that ends up decreasing and giving us that chance to get to $1. But right now, it should be about the thought process of getting to a penny. A $70 billion market cap at the max supply that you have would be a penny. Burning 2 zeros, not really unbelievable to get to 1 penny. And I said this in my last video, Terra Luna Classic will get to a penny. And I think that's where we need to have our focus, because I'm not saying that you physically can never mention Terra Luna Classic to $1 and the possibility to get there, but I think we can't just glaze over or skip over it getting to an important milestone of reaching a penny, because that will make people a lot of money. If you're holding, 10 million right now, that'll turn your 10 million coins into $100,000 if you find a way to get to a penny. If you have 50 million coins, that turns into $500,000. So it's a large point. It is a significant point, a big milestone that we can have in the Terra Luna Classic community. So I'm going to try and push way more the fact that this can get to a penny for more of a reasonable level at these current supplies. Now, if it burns down the supply, then fantastic, and we'll talk about that level or the path to get to $1. But most likely before that happens is going to be this getting to 10 cents, 10xing that penny level that we're at. Can we see that with burns? But right now, if you 10x that penny level, with the current supply, you're looking at a $700 billion market cap, which is a lot. It's not unbelievable because we've seen it from multiple projects, but it's not, or a few, I guess it's 2 projects or close to it. I think Ethereum was at 500 billion, but then Bitcoin was at 1.2 trillion. So we saw it from one project. So it's not unbelievable because it has happened and a project has reached to that level, but it's not something that I would push for. I'm looking for something under 100 billion, sort of like where Dogecoin got, or Solana, or ADA, or even close to where Shiba Inu got. So anyways, let me know your opinion. Does it make sense that I'm focusing on getting to a penny? Does it not make sense to you? Or do you feel as though we need to, shoot for the stars? Because then we can, shoot for the moon, then you can land amongst the stars or something like that, even though stars are farther away. I thought that was the saying, but it doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. Also, if you want to follow me on Patreon, follow me on Twitter. Those links are down there as well. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.